Hey everybody, today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to roll a joint with Z's rolling papers. Alright, so the first step obviously is to prepare your materials. So we've already done that here. You can see we've got our material in the rolling tray. Rolling tray is always nice to use because it keeps everything contained and you don't get as much mess. Second thing is you want to pick what size of a joint you want. You can do king size or 1 1/4 size. For this one, we're going to do a king size. I'm going to pick the Joaquin Carreño Alonso booklet. It's my favorite. Next thing you'll do is you're going to open up the booklet, and the first step is going to be to make the filter. So each of these here are our perforated filter tips. You can rip one out and start working. So you'll notice here on our filter tips, they're already pre-folded for you. So we're just going to go ahead and make that W shape and fold it back on itself, kind of like an accordion, until we're done with the perforation. So you have this nice little W shape here, and that's going to be the middle part of your filter. Once we're done with that, we're going to roll the filter on itself like this to create that filter so that none of the Scooby snacks get in your mouth when you smoke the joint. Once we have the filter, we're going to go ahead and take out one of the leaves of our rolling paper, and we are good on that pack for now. This is the important part to the setup. Before you load the joint, what you want to do is create this boat shape, like a taco, and put the filter inside with whatever your non-strong hand is. So I'm a righty, this is my right hand, and I'm going to keep it free so I can do things with the joint, and I'm going to use my left hand to roll the joint from the bottom of the tip. I like to hold it with my thumb on the filter to keep that in place, and then use one finger on either side of the paper to keep it sturdy, like a taco, like this. Next step is you're going to load the joint with your material. You can put as much as you want in there. Remember, at the end, you can always put in more, so you don't need to fill it all the way up. And you get a nice amount here. You're going to start the next step, which is to start shaping your joint. So what you're going to do for that is you're going to use your right hand or your dominant hand to pinch up and make that taco so you see everything stays in. And you're going to just sort of roll the paper on itself like this. And I like to start from where the filter is and work my way up to the top. So as I shift these, you can see that over time, we're creating that nice joint shape with the papers, and you can see the material starting to kind of fall into shape. Once you feel like you've got a good shape with your rolling papers, it's time for the next step to tuck the far end of your paper in over itself right on the filter so you can establish that good base of the joint. So you'll see here we tuck this part of the paper into the filter and then roll the second side over, and we have the beginnings of the joint. So you can see it's already tucked in, and we kind of go from there. So as you work your way up the joint, continue to tuck and continue to roll the joint up and over so that you keep it nice and straight, and you'll start to see that you're forming a cone. So as you keep tucking that paper in, you want to use your left hand to kind of roll the paper around itself so it stays and you save your progress. Now you can see I've got my paper tucked in. As I continue, I could roll it all the way up like this, but I've done nothing to make sure that it sticks. So what I want to do is leave a little bit of it out, and then you can either use your finger to get a little bit of saliva or water to wipe on the gum strip, or you can just lick it and then start from the filter and actually apply that now licked gum strip up the joint. Make sure it seals all the way up. And now you've got your cone. So once you have your cone, you want to just make sure you either grab a pen or you can use the tap method to tap the joint and let the weed settle. If you want, you can fill it up more like this, or just by adding it with your hands. Or if you feel like this joint is the right size, you can go ahead and do the last step, which is really just a pinch and twist. So you take the top of the joint and you kind of continually pinch it around, and then you kind of roll it up like this, and you've got yourself a joint. So this is a smokable joint. Make sure you enjoy.
Oh, hello!